Warning! This rant includes possible spoilers to a demo remake of a game over 20 years old. If you don't want to be spoiled at all, play the real Final Fantasy VII first. Now, I usually don't get into what's trending, but I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII. It was my first Final Fantasy game, it was my first JRPG, it was my first PlayStation game. I love this game so much, and I hated Advent Children for many reasons that most people don't even see or pay attention to. I have an abnormal attention to detail. It's my shtick, it's what I do. Things stick out to me like a sore thumb, and it makes it hard to get over. And when this happens to things that I'm passionate about, in this case, Final Fantasy VII, I get a little ranty. Now I'm going to try to refrain from screaming in this, because I hopefully got all that out when I watched the demo, but I want to talk about the details that people who are supposed to be professionals and know more details than I do, mess up. All I hear about this demo is, wow, it looks so good, or I haven't played the original, but... No buts! If you haven't played the original and loved it, then your opinion on this subject is moot. So, we start at the beginning. Not even a minute into the game, and they change Aerith's introduction. When she looks at the leaking live stream, she gets up, looks out of the alleyway, and walks confidently out for it to pan out to the city. And that's it! You get that epic music to the cool title. The new version shows her into the alley, gets nervous and scared, and runs out of the alley, running into some asshole, causing her to dumping her flowers all over the ground, scrambling to pick them up. One gets crushed, and she stays on her knees looking defeated. Then it pans out to the city, that it doesn't quite look the way it did before in the original, when I'm not too concerned about that, but this new introduction to Aerith makes her look weak, sad, frail, and it's disappointing. She looks and acts like a pushover, and it irritates me. Cue the hero's introduction. They got a real nice updated scene here. See? I'm not that mean. The new introduction is to Big, Wedge, Jessie. It's nice. Despite the small time you get to be with them, I like their characters, so getting to see them kick some ass and show their personality was cute and neat. Barrett's intro looked cool. His look is neat, albeit a little different from the original concept art of him. He still looked like Barrett. Then we got to see Cloud. Updated little flip off the train, cool! And they changed the color of his suit. And what's wrong with purple? Nothing's wrong with purple, that's what. They darkened it so much it might as well be black. This was completely unnecessary, but unfortunately I knew this was going to happen. They want it to be more gritty and dark, so they darkened all the palettes. Only bad thing is, aside from the red bandanas on Jessie, Wedge, and Biggs, and his yellow shirt, everyone is wearing quite dark outfits, so it would have been nice to see Cloud in purple. But it does make me instantly hate it. I knew this was a change they were going to make. That, and his hair is no longer the iconic spiky-ass head that we all grew up to know and love. They say it makes more sense, but if you're going to make people jump 20 feet in the air, carry a sword bigger than you are, swing it around like a pool toy, they don't give me logic sightings over hair spikes. Gameplay. Let's just say I don't much care for the way they changed how to battle. I like the hack and slash games, but this is Final Fantasy VII. It no longer feels like Final Fantasy VII. I heard you could change it back to the turn-based play, but then if that's the case, why bother changing it in the first place? Regardless, I'm not a fan of the hack and slash in this. I think it's messy, unorganized, and an added bunch of unnecessary complications to an otherwise easy concept. Adding extra moves to something that wasn't there in the original also felt unnecessary. This isn't the Tales of game. We don't need a fancy named every attack combo. We don't need to select normal attacks on a list. Attacks that do more damage are called critical hits. They don't need names, and they shouldn't be controlled. Speaking of Tales of gameplay, my god do they talk a lot! I mean, don't get me wrong, I was afraid they were going to turn Cloud into an emo kid and barely spoke a word, like what they did to him in Advent Children. So I'm glad that they didn't take away his speaking abilities. But all this extra talking in the background, while some may be cute from time to time, I actually made me really dislike Barrett in this. In the original, you think, wow, he can kind of be an ass, but his heart's in the right place, and he seems to respect Cloud a little. And now, I'm like, oh my god, shut up! He's such an asshole! If I were Cloud right now, I'd be like, screw you, you're not paying me enough to deal with your belittling me every 10 seconds we're together. They turn slightly mean into absolutely insufferable, and his voice grates on my sanity. He's like the only voice so far that I truly hate. And Barrett's limit break. It's called Big Shot, not fire in the hole, you stupid fuck! I don't know, did Square Enix pull a Disney and retranslate it? Was it meant to be fire in the hole instead of Big Shot? If so, that's freaking stupid and I don't like it. What's next? Is Mind Blow gonna be renamed Fiery Chipotle? First boss. They change it up a bit and make it more dynamic. I get it! The flipping, the changing around the map looks kinda neat, albeit a little disorientating. Cloud makes a comment about how magic works better on this guy, specifically lightning. And Barrett automatically doesn't listen, causing Cloud to be like, dude, why aren't you listening? And Barrett says, I thought you were bullshitting me. Really? Your life is on the line right now. He's getting paid to keep you alive, and you think he's freaking lying to you? Ugh. Anyway. This is a Bobot. Time to whip out some lightning, aka Bolt, and get to work. Wait. Where's... Now, Cloud starts the game with lightning and ice, which makes total sense because Bobot is weak against lightning. You're not even supposed to get the option to even have fire until you meet up with the gang in Sector 7 when the first opportunity is to buy it at the shop. Where's Cloud's ice? Where is his lightning? Barrett has it. No. Cloud literally teaches Barrett how to use materia in the game. That means they're gonna change or completely remove that part from the game. Why? No reason? Just want to change parts of the game for no reason. Just cuz? Why? Why? So we defeat the Scorpion Bobot, all whilst taking shit talk from Barrett the entire time, wishing he was dead, only for all of your work to be in vain. Instead of Avalanche making a name for themselves on their own, they added an extra scene in the game, making it look like it was the President Shinra who got Heidegger to command the robots from the inside of the reactor, to start going crazy and shooting everything. Doing so causes more explosions. Why? Why did this need to be a thing? Why couldn't Avalanche blow it up? What was the point in adding this in? Then at the end of the demo, they show Cloud almost falling off the bridge only to do that cool jumpy move and superhero land on the non-broken part in front of Jesse. The little thumbs up and tiny smile Cloud did at the end. That was kinda cute. I like that. If only the rest didn't make me so mad! Unfortunately, it looks cool. It's not enough for me to ever want to play this remake. Aside from the graphics, I believe this game was near perfection. Nothing in terms of any part of the game needed to be changed. Updated graphics would have been neat. Like the old teaser punch in the face Square Enix did way back in the updated complete copy of the opening sequence of the game. It was so cool and people were so hyped for a souped up version of the biggest JRPG out there, only to be dashed and let down, being told it would never happen. Then this comes along over 20 years later, and I got nothing but bones to pick basically. What's worse is you're gonna run this game through the ringer, cause you want to turn a single game into 4 or more separate games, and you want to bleed as much cash out of it as humanly possible. I get that people are running out of ideas, and that they try so hard to relive their glory days by revisiting a massive hit and try to bring it back. But the completely unnecessary changing of dialogue and story, albeit small or large, for no reason at all, and are just looking for a reason to make a fast buck. But I guess that's my lot in life, to forever be disappointed with companies taking things that mean so much to me and so many others, turning them into things that weren't meant to be. The reason we loved it, the reason we were so passionate, is because it was perfect the way it was, and I think it's insulting. You can remake the exact game with better graphics, and no one would have complained. But now you're going to have a torn fan base of people like me people who don't care enough to see the problems, and people who defend everything Square Enix puts on, regardless of their faults. I say this for all remakes out there, for all artists wanting to go back to a story after 20 plus years. Do your research. It doesn't matter that you made the original or not. You're gonna forget things. After so long, it's okay to look back and reread your story, replay your game, know your work better than anyone else. So inconsistencies happen a lot less, and things make more sense. This has been my overly passionate rant of a demo. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.